and the skipper, Gary Neville. That's in front of the Liverpool fans, unfortunately.
There's nothing like a little bit of sibling rivalry.
Hello, Philip.
Hello, Gary.
To motivate you to be the best.
But then I get competitive a little bit. Like the other day, we were practicing together, and I was serving against him. She was hitting winners, and I was so mad.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 siblings in sports.
Their name is engraved on the Stanley Cup 8 times. They are truly the first family of hockey.
For this list, we're taking a look at the brothers and sisters that have had considerable success in their chosen sports. However, we're limiting the list to those that have been successful as players. Jim Harbaugh was a good NFL quarterback, but he and his brother John are best known for their coaching, hence their exclusion.
For the first time, two brothers are coaching against each other in the Super Bowl, or the Bro Bowl.
Number 10. The Sutter Brothers.
None of us were great hockey players. We didn't.
That's not true. You were not great hockey players. I mean, come on, you made it to the NHL, which is the premier league in the world.
Brian, Daryl, Dwayne, Brent, Ron, and Rich. These names make up the greatest family in the history of the NHL, with the first generation of brothers maintaining a presence in a number of teams from the mid-70s to the beginning of the new century, while all 6 played in the NHL for the bulk of the 1980s.
Every scout had to stop in Red Deer to catch the next 5 Sutters coming up the line.
Collectively, they won 6 Stanley Cups, both in a playing and coaching capacity, and played a combined 5,000 games in the big leagues. Individually, they may not have all been superstars like some athletes on this list, but they more than deserve their spot for sheer longevity, and the fact that the next generation is now playing as well.
What are the Sutter family reunions like?
I get asked that a lot.
Number 9. Jack and Bobby Charlton.
Two brothers, Jack and Bobby Charlton, are an indispensable part of England's 1966 World Cup legend.
Only the second pair of brothers to lift the World Cup, the Charltons became part of English football legend when they won the trophy in 1966.
5-minute running by Hurst back to Charlton. This could be it, it is! And that could be the goal that puts England in the final.
Bobby will always attract more attention as one of England's greatest ever players, but Jack's role at the heart of the defense in their World Cup triumph was equally as important as Bobby's flair. Both were also prolific club players as well. Bobby set several long-standing club records with Manchester United, while Jack helped Leeds United to several trophies during their careers, which combined spanned more than 1,200 games.
We have a very simple way of playing, played by good players. They understand it.
Number 8. Kurt and Kyle Busch. Both of the Busch brothers have won the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series championship, with Kurt winning his cup in 2004 and younger brother Kyle doing the same in 2015. With roughly 60 combined appearances in the victory lane, the Bushes are incredibly talented drivers, but share an unfortunate penchant for controversial behavior.
I would say we're identical. We really charge hard into the corners. We try to get to the gas early and carry a lot of center of the corner speed.
Never afraid to speak their mind and call out fellow drivers, they have a tendency to polarize fans due to their aggressive approach. Kurt even landed at number 3 on GQ's 2006 list of most hated athletes. That's one accolade this family won't be so proud of.
Our team is poised to do well. We've gotten a lot of homework done. It's been nice to enjoy the wins early in the year, as well as build into the team, make it stronger.
Number 7. Henrik and Daniel Sedin.
I believe that, Daniel, you have 2 more points than Henrik does in the NHL. Are you guys very aware about how close you are?
I keep telling us.
One advantage siblings have when playing together is a connection and understanding that only families can have. That goes double for twins. These two have telepathy in abundance. Henrik, the playmaker, will set them up for Daniel to slot them away. These identical Swedish twins have played their entire NHL career for the Vancouver Canucks and have even traded Art Ross Trophy wins in 2010 and 2011.
Twins have been out there for a minute 15 to start overtime. Better hope they don't turn the puck over. Daniel in front scores!
Outside of professional hockey, the Sedins are also gold medal Olympians due to their role on the 2006 Swedish Olympic men's hockey team. Number 6. Vince, Joe, and Dom DiMaggio.
He was almost a magic figure. The way he played, the way he moved, the dignity of the man.
Joe DiMaggio's achievements will always overshadow the careers of his two brothers, but their time in baseball is still connected in one way or another.
The Yankee Clipper puts on an exhibition of his flawless batting style.
Vince, Joe, and Dom all played minor league baseball for the San Francisco Seals, with Vince as the eldest, having paved the way for his younger brothers to follow suit. All three were MLB All-Stars, yet Joe is the only MLB Hall of Famer.
It was what he began that day that would transform the Yankees season and move DiMaggio into a place very few ball players ever reach, that of a legend in his own time.
It's particularly unfortunate for Dom to have missed out on that accolade, as the youngest DiMaggio still holds the Boston Red Sox hitting streak record, which came to an abrupt end after 34 games in 1949. Thanks to a magnificent catch by none other than his brother Joe. Number 5, Phil and Tony Esposito.
We'd keep our skates on in the newspapers, we'd have our food, and 15 minutes we're back out the door to the rink till about 8:30.
These two Canadians are both members of the illustrious Hockey Hall of Fame and regarded as two of the best players in their chosen positions.
I used to skate around and warm up and go, "I'm coming tonight, brother, here I come." I'd be at a face-off and I'd be yapping, and you could see his eyes just piercing out at me.
Phil, a center, is a 5-time Art Ross Trophy winner, having led the league in scoring points at the end of the regular season 5 times. While Tony was an innovative goalie who won the Vezina Trophy for excellence in goaltending 3 times. They each have at least one Stanley Cup win and have been appropriately honored by their teams, with Phil's number 7 Boston Bruins jersey and Tony's number 35 Chicago Blackhawks jersey retired to honor the legends that are the Esposito brothers. Number 4, Mack and Jackie Robinson.
What he did for me and what he did for all black people in this world, not just this country, in this world.
The successes of these brothers transcend sport and have ramifications that impact the world on a grander scale. At the infamous 1936 Berlin Olympics, Mack defied Adolf Hitler by trailing Jesse Owens by less than a second to silver in the 200-meter.
He came back to Pasadena, and Mack Robinson could only find work as a garbage man.
While Jackie followed a similar path of fighting racial prejudice through sport by becoming the first black player to pick up a bat in the modern era of the MLB. Jackie would go on to become one of the best players the league has seen and earned a place in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Few can hope to match the legacy left by these two brothers. Number 3, Maurice and Henri Richard. On the Hockey News list of the 100 greatest NHL players of all time, Maurice the Rocket Richard sits at number 5, while Henri the Pocket Rocket clocks in at number 29.
Henri Richard was always the Rocket's brother. Even today, he goes on the street, he is still the Rocket's brother.
Both legendary members of the Montreal Canadiens, Maurice made his pro debut in 1942 and served the Habs until 1960, while Henri joined the ranks in 1955 and retired after 20 years. During their careers, both Richards were highly revered players, each with numerous appearances in the NHL All-Star Game, to say nothing of the 8 Stanley Cup wins by Maurice and 11 by Henri, including 5 consecutive titles together from 1956 to 1960. Number 2, Peyton and Eli Manning.
It's football on your phone, that's what I said. It's football on your phone, you can watch it in bed.
Even though Peyton is individually considered by many as the better player and holds more individual records, they both have 2 Super Bowl rings. Of course, the younger Manning has many more years ahead of him, and he would do exceedingly well to match Peyton's 5 league MVP awards and record for most touchdown passes.
So Denver's clearly trying to get Manning the record right here. First and goal at the 1 and they throw.
The Mannings are the only set of brothers to both win a Super Bowl MVP, and to this day remain 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league.
You know, it's great coming back in here and seeing all y'all grinding away. It's a great reminder to seeing kids doing what they love and playing football, and I feel the same way every day.
Before we reveal our top sibling combo, let's take a look at some honorable mentions. Number 1, Venus and Serena Williams.
Great to see the sisters back together on centre court at Wimbledon. Absolutely great.
Just over a year apart in age, the Williams sisters are the embodiment of competitive sibling rivalry and two of the greatest tennis players ever to step onto the court, both having been ranked world #1 during their career. The pair has met in 8 Grand Slam finals, with Serena coming out on top in 6 of those matches. Serena has 21 Grand Slam singles titles, the 3rd most of any female player. As a doubles pairing, they have 13 Grand Slam titles, as well as 3 Olympic gold medals. Their dominance has barely been rivaled in the modern game, and we don't see that stopping anytime soon.
We never play when no one's watching. I hate playing against her. Like, sometimes we practice against her, and she's amazing to practice against.
Do you agree with our list?
I don't know. I can't sit here and say she would win, so I would say I will win. But I'm sure if she was sitting here, she would say she would win.
Which sporting siblings do you look up to? For more familial top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
And Kevin Prince said, yeah, we talk every day on the phone, but tonight there will be no question about brotherly love being put on hold for 90 minutes.